Good morning, Brian. Thank you. You're looking at Don here. This is Bossier Parish, Bossier Fire District 4. This is where all the 911 calls, and there were a lot of calls coming into this station. You can imagine when the big storms came through town, and these are the men and women, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. There were probably 50 or 60 emergency responders in one way or another. Fire department officials, sheriff's office, police, paramedics, even the guys with a local highway department cutting through. Jacob, you were there. You've been on the fire department for 18 years.
Close to 18 years.
You're going door to door, okay, checking to see if there's any situation going on.
Correct.
You end up at the mobile home, East Linton Road,
Correct.
and you discover there's trouble.
That's right. Yeah, I sent our two younger firefighters, Joel Avery and Coy Collier, in to start finding patients to triage. They pulled out two young children, the 6-year-old and 1-year-old.
Now, as I understand, the little boy was outside the mobile home?
Correct. That's correct. He came outside saying that his mother was hurt and his little sister was hurt. And so we had to go in and triage them and pull the little girl out, and also his grandmother. Their grandmother was hurt in the other trailer up front.
Right. If you're looking at the video, that first trailer was where the grandmother was.
Yes.
Big, huge tree on that one. And then behind another tree
That's correct.
falls on that one. All right, so you've got the deceased mom,
Yes.
Kaylin Logan, and the two babies.
That's right.
So you take them to Steve.
Correct.
Steve, you're the supervisor here. That's your truck.
That is my truck.
Okay.
I am the EMS supervisor.
Okay. What is that like? You've got two young children. Obviously, they're traumatized.
It was very chaotic out there, a lot of trees down. We were getting a lot of different calls. We were getting some calls that were duplicated calls, so we thought we had other victims in the area.
But you take them to an ambulance right here. These guys are there too. I mean, everybody responds to this. It's an amazing thing. So you take them to the ambulance where these two guys are. Tell me what you did with the two kids.
The kids were handed to us. They were both very traumatized, scared, crying, injured. So we just tried to comfort them as best we could, treat the injuries that they had, and get them to the hospital as quick as possible.
What were they saying?
They were asking about their mom. They said she was okay, asking what happened, and just wanted some reassurance.
And this is what you guys do. This is why you became paramedics. Steve, Chief Wallace, come over, brother. You were there too, by the way.
Yes.
Been doing this for a very, very long time, and yet you responded just like everybody else.
Yes.
I know you're proud of the response that you saw from
Absolutely.
everybody.
It's this is a well-developed system that's able to, as the common denominator here, they were able to take order to chaos and
Chaos to order.
Yes.
That's what they
Order
do.
to chaos. That's what they do.
Yes.
That's what each person has said. And as we got that order together, you saw a well-drilled team. The effort was phenomenal.
Yes.
In a short period of time, you were able to bring complete order.
Yeah, that's what they do. Thank God for them. And as I've said many times, and I'll say it as long as I keep doing this series Behind the Badge, when we get in trouble, folks, these are the folks who respond. And thank God they're there when we need them. And this was an emergency. By the way, Nate, those storms were still in the area. There were trees. Robbie told me earlier the trees were being blown over. It looked like a whole nother storm was blowing through. They didn't leave, okay? They stayed there. They were not sheltering. This is what they do. When there's trouble, they run to it, not away. Thank God for them. This is Bossier Fire District 4, and paramedics, all of these men and women, and so many more, responded to the big storms just a few days ago. Coming back to you, Nate.
Yeah, Rick, I tell you what, the amount of bravery that it takes to do the job itself, but also, Rick, the thing that's sticking with me is I'm hearing this, I'm hearing what they did, and it's like, wow, that of course is incredible, but the mental toll, I don't, man, I just, at the end of the day, they got to go home too. They got to go home to their family, and just, you know, I couldn't imagine taking some of that with you mentally.
Yes. And let me share this very briefly. This is Jacob and two young firefighters. Jacob's done this for 18 years, so you've seen this kind of thing before. The two young firefighters had never seen anything quite like this. They were brand new on the force.
That's right.
And yes, there's going to be trauma. PTSD is real.
Absolutely.
It happens. But thank God, again, when we need them, they're always there. Coming back to you.
And that is why we do this, why you do this, Rick, every Thursday. Incredible, and we are so thankful for that.
Amen.
So thank you, Rick, and thank you to all of them.